So one of the claims made by my opponent was that the United States is a Christian nation, and therefore Christian belief must be the base of our Constitution. Also, my opponent mentioned that the claim that claims that religion has nothing to do with same-sex marriage. Now, this is somewhat true. Homosexual marriage is more of a constitutional concern, and we must look into governmental control. But I have mentioned this in my argument since the societal problem we see today is that the homophobic society is using the Bible and Christianity or Catholicism to justify their ban on homosexual marriage or to justify homophobic acts. So we must understand that only marriage is a religious ceremony justified by the government. As an example, when a Christian or a Catholic is baptized, the government does not issue a baptism certificate, or when a Catholic is confirmed, the government does not issue a confirmation certificate. Marriage is the only one that the government must be notified, and what justifies this marriage is not the ceremony, but the marriage certificate. My opponent also makes biblical references. First, again, we must understand that homosexuality is not considered by biblical rights. Again, the word homosexuality is a modern term and did not exist during biblical times. Biblical writers had no concept of sexual orientation as we understand today. So, also, just pointing out the sins of homosexuals while dismissing your own is a sin itself. So, to sum up this religious idea, we must understand that the Bible was not made to be interpreted word for word. If we were to interpret this word for word, there will be very little things that we are allowed to consume, and we will be very limited on what we can do daily. So it is important to adjust biblical interpretations with the evolution of time. Another argument made by the opponent was that if we were to treat homosexuality legal, we must also treat pedophilia, polygamy, and incest relationships. So we must understand that the issue of polygamy or issue of pedophilia is banned to protect children. And on the other hand, homosexuality does not affect heterosexuals, or there is no proven statistic that heterosexuals have been affected by homosexuality. So we must understand differences such as these of polygamy, incest, and pedophilia. Homosexuality is a major concern since it amounts to a significant portion of our population. It is 3.5% of the adult population, which my opponent claims is not very significant. Yet it approximates 9 million people, which is the population of New Jersey. Such statistics justify why homosexuality is our nation's concern. Lastly, the negative also mentions divorce rates and family structure. They claim that it destroys an ideal family structure and refers to gender roles. Now, we must understand that heterosexual marriage they claim that heterosexual marriage encourages husband and wife roles, and husbands are encouraged that the wife is there to support him. But just because homosexual marriage is between the two people of the same gender, it does not mean that homosexual marriage cannot hold husband-wife relationships. Also, they claim the high rate of divorce among homosexual couples. Yet, as my partner claimed, an information given by USC concludes that there is no difference between homosexuals and heterosexual partners, and also a research done by Massachusetts claimed that, which is the first state to legalize homosexual marriage, showed the lowest divorce rate in 2004, and since 2003, it has been declined by 21%. As such, claims made by the negative does not directly justify the reason behind the ban of homosexual marriage.